Sister Dana. You are welcome. Ayan, si Sister Sonia po, nakasama na po natin siya last Friday, no? Saglit lang, pero nakasama na po natin siya. You are welcome. And si Sister Dana, huwag mo kayong mahiya pag binatang namin kayo kasi this is how we do it during the experience. Welcome. Sabihin niyo po sa katabi niyo, Happy Anniversary. Happy Anniversary. Amen. Alam niyo po, we are celebrating our 10th year anniversary. Ang 10 years po, this is a milestone, no? Isang dekada na po tayo. Sabihin niyo nga po, isang dekada na tayo. Amen. Sa lahat po na nakasama namin, simula day 1, maraming pong salamat hanggang sa ngayon. At yung mga kasama po natin sa mga susunod na panahon, salamat po. And nagpapasalamat po tayo sa Lord sa lahat po, sa bawat araw, sa bawat linggo, sa bawat buwan, sa bawat taon na pinagkaloob niya po sa atin. Alam po natin na hindi po natin yung makakayanan kung wala po ang Panginoon sa atin, right? And this 10th year, we are celebrating po with a theme, remembering the God who keeps His promises, or the covenant-keeping God. Because we know that we are existing because of the promise of the Lord. And it is because of the promise of the Lord that we are sustaining. Ibig ko sabihin, ang church po na ito ay nabubuhay sa pangako po ng Panginoon. Ito po ay sinusustain, or tayo po ay nagpapatuloy dahil po sa ananampalataya po natin sa mga pangako ng Panginoon. At alam po natin na nagagalak po ang Panginoon kapag po tayo po ay nabubuhay na naayon sa kanyang promises. Amen? Amen po ba? Amen. Sige pa, palapakan po natin ang Lord. So, ang ating po verse, ang theme verse po natin ay Deuteronomy 7:9. So, makikita niyo po dyan, no? Ano po ang sabi dyan? Know therefore, basahin niyo po.
Know therefore that the Lord your God is good, God is faithful, God is
Amen. Yan. Kasi po, hindi na po kasi uso ngayon sa biomechanics. Nung nag-aaral po ako sa biomechanics, perfect po namin yung nag-agawa. So siguro ngayon, there's no such thing as sa biomechanics. Kanya-kanya na lang. But know therefore that the Lord your God, He is God, the faithful one. He who keeps His promises for 1,000 generations. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang po for this generation, but for the generations to come. But the Lord keeps His covenant for those who, ano po sabi dyan? Yes, for those who love Him and obey His commandments. So, it's not really for everybody, but for those who really love the Lord. When you love someone, you obey, di ba? When you love someone, you do what it takes in order just to keep po the relationship. But it is always founded in something. So the relationship is always founded in something. It is founded in love, right? Pero tayo po sa Panginoon, ang sabi po niya is that we are founded in love. Pero based po doon po sa Word of God. Because the love of God is expressed also in the Word of God. And the Word of God contains all the promises that we live each day. Right? So yung covenant po, ano po ibig sabihin ng covenant? Covenant, it is an agreement. It is an agreement between God and us. In the context of the church, in the context of the Bible. And covenant, it has parang dalawang type, no? Dalawang category. Number 1 is unconditional, and number 2 is conditional. So tayo mga tao, anong love natin? Conditional or unconditional? Conditional. Diba? O sige, pag hindi mo ako binati sa birthday ko ng first hour, first second of my birthday, hindi tayo pati. Diba? Or mag-aaway tayo. Mga conditional, no? Mga petty things, pero conditional na. O sige, pagka sa mga bata, pag hindi ka nag-behave, hindi kita pahihiramin o hindi kita pagagamitan ng tablet. So, it is something that is conditional. So, sometimes, we as a human being, we tend to love conditionally. Why? Because, niliwala po tayo na kapag ka po, minahal mo, pero mahalin din kita. Right? Pero alam niyo, ang Panginoon has this conditional or has this love that is unconditional. Right? Ibig ko sabihin na unconditional is that whether you follow or not, I will remain the same. Sabi ko sa Hebrews 13:8, Jesus the same yesterday, today, and forever. Right? Ano po kaya yung isang promise ng Lord? No? Promise ng Lord na it is unconditional. The unconditional promise of God is that salvation is made available at all times for all generations to everyone. Kahit ano pong sama natin, kahit ano pong disobedience po natin sa Kanya, salvation will always be made available for all of us. Right? But there is also a conditional part of that promise. The conditional part of that promise is found in John 1:12. That if you accept me, sabi po ni Jesus, if you believe in me, if you believe that I died and rose again, I am giving you the right to become a child of mine. So see, it is a promise na unconditional siya sa Panginoon. Pero pagdating sa atin, it becomes conditional only when we believe in Christ. So kinakailangan po talaga na meron po tayong gawin na part po natin, right? Okay, so I'll tell you a story. This story is a story na nasa book po ng Pilgrim's Progress. Alam niyo po, tayo po mga Kristiyano, tayo na po ay mga pilgrims. No, we are here on a journey. So this story, it pictures the life of a Christian. So meron po na isang lalaki, ang pangalan po na ay Christian. Kasi if you meet Christian, ay meron po siyang kaibigan, ang pangalan po ng kaibigan niya is Hopeful. 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 So ibig sabihin siya sa yung lost, no? Hopeful to become saved or to be saved. Right? So ngayon, silang dalawa ay nasa isang journey. Sabihin ko, naglalakbay po sila. Naglalakbay po sila, galing po sila, naglalakbay po sila sa isang sa earth. So pag sabihin po natin na ang pangalan po ng earth, it is the city of destruction. And naglalakbay po sila patungo po sa celestial city, which is heaven. Okay? Nasundan niyo po? So naglalakbay po sila. And then, one day, nung naglalakay po sila, someone captured them. So, kinidnap po sila. Kinidnap po sila ng greatest despair ang pangalan. So, the greatest despair, kinulong po sila sa isa pong castle. Ito po ay ang castle of torment. So, in that castle of torment, sila po ay na-torture, sila po ay nabigyan po ng pagsubok, sila po ay sinasabihan na you have to deny your faith in Christ. Because si Christian po ay isang Christian, that's why we call him Christian in this story. So, he believes in Christ, no? So ngayon, nagkaroon po siya ng sakit, nagkaroon po siya ng marami po mga pagsubok, to the point na sabi niya, ayoko na, bibigay na ako. And then suddenly, si Christian, naalala niya, Hopeful, my friend, I think we need to pray. So ang sabi po sa story is, they immediately prayed when Christian remembered that they need to pray. So while praying, napahawak po siya sa puso niya. And then, nakapa po niya na, oh, what a fool am I? I forgot that I have the key named promise in the pocket. In the chest pocket. So meron po pala siyang bulsa dito po sa chest, and there is a key there. And nalimutan po niya na meron po siya. And the name of the key is promise. And so sabi ni Hopeful, what can that key do to you? Or do to us? Well, this key can unlock the door of this castle, of this torment castle. I am really sorry, I forgot all about it, and I just remembered it now. And so Hopeful said, okay, do it quick. Get the key and unlock the door so we can be set free. So immediately, si Christian po ay inunlock niya na po yung torment castle and they were set free. So our journey, there is a promise that the Lord is giving us. Every step. And in every step, when we are asked, and when the situation demands us to decide, there is a promise that we can take from the Word of God. And that will direct us to the right path. And that promise is even available when we feel that we are far away from God because of all the challenges and because of all the problems that we are experiencing. Naiintindihan po natin. Amen? Naiintindihan po natin. Sabi ko, sa lahat po ng pinagdadaanan natin, there is this promise. And that covenant. You know what? The Bible says, no? Sila kinanta rin, He is the faithful God. He keeps His promises until the end of the world. Mark even says that every word of the Lord will come to its fullness. It will be completed. And no one or nothing ang magiging wasted. Alright? So sa lahat po ng mga pinagdadaanan natin, ano po ang sa tingin po ninyo na promise ng Lord na pwede niyo pong pagkawanan? Sabi ko kasi in all seasons of our lives, so kanina po kung naabutan niyo po yung opening prayer, sa lahat po ng seasons ng buhay natin, there is an equivalent promise. Amen? So I encourage you po na basahin niyo po talaga ang Word of God. Because the Word of God contains all the promises. But if we do not know what the promises are, then we won't be able to use it or maximize it. Kagaya po ni Christian sa story. All along kasama po pala niya. Kaya lang nakalimot. Sabi mo sa katabi mo, ganun ako. Kung hindi pa paluin ng gusto ni Lord, hindi pa luluhod. Alam niyo po, this is something that we must learn to do. Whenever we feel like walking away from the church, that is the time we really need to go to the church. Whenever we feel like resting, like gusto mo na magpahinga, ayoko ng assignment, ayoko ng commitment sa Lord, ayoko tumayo, magpapahinga ako, that is wrong. Why? Because the more we walk away from the Lord, the more He will be far from us. The promise of the Lord in James is that if you come to me, I will come to you. Right? Why? Because the Lord does not twist our hands na, Ate Emmy, or Emmy lang pala sa sila. Sundin mo ko. Hindi. Hindi yan asawa mo, hindi yan boyfriend mo that you can just twist their arms to just say yes to what you would like to happen. Right? Si Jesus, very gentleman siya. Na He will just tell you sa word niya, this is my promise. If you come to me, I will come to you. If you are weak, I can be your strength. Right? Pero hindi po niya talaga ititwist ang arms natin at itambi-tambi tayo at tayo ay para lang mag-convince that we need to follow God. But He is such the God who respects us, even if He is the Lord God. He is above, who is sovereign. Okay? So I'm gonna say it again. Kagaya po ni Christian, whenever we are in a situation that seems to be far away from the promise of God na magandang buhay, may kapayapaan, meron po kasaganahan, meron po kagalingan, it is not a time to walk away, but it is a time to seek Him. The Bible says that if you seek Him, you will find Him. If you will knock at the door will be open. But there is a condition that we have to do. It is us who need to knock, and this is us who need to come to God. Okay? So when you say, I have a part in my Christian life. I have a part in my Christian life. Amen. So we need promises of God in order to empower us to live our lives. Pero alam niyo po, ang buhay mong Kristiyano ay masayang buhay. Ang buhay mong Kristiyano ay hindi naman po talaga totoo yan na all na walang problema. Siyempre po, meron po talaga mga problema because that is the fact of life. Yun ang katotohanan ng buhay. have peace in your marriage that is under trial. You know why? Because you will find a purpose in that trial. Because you will find comfort in the covenant, in the promise of God that, hey, in that trial, you will seek me. Through that trial, you will find me. And you will be able to experience my power. Kaya lang po, ang mga Kristiyano po ay magkaiba sa pamamagitan po ng pag-experience sa power ng Lord. Why and how? Ganito po siya. Ang promise ng Lord, I will heal you. Okay? By the stripes of Jesus, you will be healed. So meron po isang Christian A at Christian B. Pareho po silang taga-JRM. Pareho po silang nakikita ng promise, Lord, I know I'm going to be healed. But the other one has more faith. Na yung faith po niya, may action. Gagawin ko to, ito gagawin ko, aalisin ko itong mga vision na to para po ako ay bumili. Whereas yung isa po, kiniklaim lang po niya, no? Na, claim lang siya ng word, claim. Claim and claim ng word. Pero walang word. You know why? The word of God, para po siyang sa gym. Pag nag-member ka sa isang gym, hindi ka po papayat o hindi ka magiging healthy, kailangan gamitin mo. Di ba po? Just by merely purchasing a membership doon po sa gym or becoming a member does not make you fit. Right? O sino dito ang nag-aaksaya ng pera sa gym membership? Taas ang kamay. Kami nag-aham na. So ganun din po tayo, no? Just by having the Word of God, just by going to the church, just by reading it and proclaiming it.
Thank you.
Diba? Kailangan po i-embrace niyo po siya at ikabuhay niyo po siya. Because the Bible says in James, no? Faith, hearing the Word of God without doing it is foolishness in the eyes of God. Right? So when you know the Word of God, you just need really to embrace it and to follow it. Alright? Are you still with me? Amen. So sino kayo? Si Christian A o si Christian B na taga-JRM at Jim? Ayan. Sige, kayo na lang po ang sumagot. Kapag ka po may sumagot na sila si Christian B, i-Jethro principle na po sila. I-Jethro advice na po sila. Amen. So kung hindi po kinakated yesterday, hindi nyo alam si Jethro advice. Hindi po si Jethro na asawa po nito. But si Jethro po na father-in-law po ni Moses. So Christians, we live in the promises of God. Diba? Galatians 2:20, remember that last Friday? Diba? We live in the promise of God. Na hindi ka naaasa talaga dun sa sarili mong logic. Hindi. Kasi acceptable naman ito sa society. I will do it. No. We live in the promises of God. We live according to God's promises. And not just that, but we grow in the promises of God. You know why? Because whenever we know the promises of God, whenever we memorize it, we remember it, sinasapuso po natin yun, ginagawa po natin yun, nag-grow po tayo. Why? Kasi po it helps us decide. It helps us arrive in a decision that is according to the will of God. You want a sample? Di ba po? For example, no? The promise of forgiveness. The Bible tells us that as far as the east is from the west, that is how far the Lord has forgotten our iniquities. And the Lord is able to make our hearts as white as snow. Yun po yung forgiveness. Ang promise po na Lord. Pero ano po yung kailangan daw po natin gawin? The condition is that we have to come to God in repentance. Na kailangan, nagsisisi ka na tayo. Hindi lang yung nagsisisi ka na medyo shallow lang po tayo. And then the promise of the Lord is that if you forgive, you have to forget. So ang ginawa mo, nagkasala sa iyo si person X. So nasaktan ka. Tapos sabi ng kaibigan mo, wala na. Huwag mo na siyang pansinin, huwag mo na siyang patawarin. Kasi kalimutan mo na siya, burahin mo na. Put an end to that friendship. Sabi ni kaibigan, na Kristiyano din. Pero hindi alam si promise, si covenant. And then there's this one, no? Si kaibigan naman, why? Si friend Y naman, but why? Sabi niya, but what does the promise of the Lord say? What does the word of the Lord say? So si Christian naman, well, I am in a journey. So I have to choose which one to take, this friend X or this friend Y. So, sino po yung pipiliin niya? So, dahil Y siya, taga-JRL na siya, pinili niya si friend Y. So, napili niya po si friend Y, nagbago na po yung outlook niya patungo dun sa mga tao na nagkakasala sa kanya. Bigla na po yung nagpatawad. Madali na po siya nagpatawad. So, ibig sabihin, nag-grow siya saan? Nag-grow siya bakit? Because he knew the promises of God and he just does not, kung hindi na niya yun nilalaman, but in-apply niya po yun. So, we grow the promise of God. Okay? So, nabigyan ko po ng sample, ha? And then, we are sustained by the promise of God. So, nung nalaman niya yun, nasustain na siya. So, ibig sabihin, naging part yun ng buhay niya. Alright, tao ako, tao rin sila, pwede ako masaktan. Bakit naman ako hindi pwede masaktan? Bakit naman ako hindi pwede masaktan ng best friend ko, or ng boyfriend ko, or ng girlfriend ko, or ng asawa ko? Lahat naman tayo nagkakamali. So, ganun na yung naging yung perspective niya, kaya siya na-sustain ng promise of God. But you know what, if you do not know the promise of God, and if you would just listen to the logic, no, to the practicality of life, and to the way our society accepts everything na nangyayari po sa atin, then we will be lost. That is why Christians must know the covenant or the promise of God and the word of God. Amen? And by doing it, we are pleasing the Lord. Amen po? Amen. Sige po, talagang po natin ang Lord. The promise of the Lord has its certainty from the Old Testament. Alam niyo po, sa Old Testament, ilan na pong promises or ilan na pong stories ang nabasa po natin na nagsasabi po na there will be a Savior who will save you. Diba? There's so many promises natin po sa Isaiah, marami po sa Psalms, marami po na sinabi na really there will be a Savior. And it was made complete when Jesus was born and died and resurrected again doon po sa cross. But you know what? Alam nyo, yung isang realization dito is that si Jesus po, yung, kung alam niyo po yung sinasabi sa Ecclesiastes na He made all things beautiful in His life. Yeah? Sabi po doon, no? All things, He makes all things beautiful. There is always a perfect timing in under the sun, diba? And then, ang sabi po ay, si Jesus, remember the cross? Jesus died on the cross. Pero yung cross po, ano po ba yung cross? Cross, during the Roman period, during the time Jesus was crucified, it was the most humiliating way of punishing a criminal. Right? But, nung si Jesus po ay namatay sa krus, ano na po naging perspective ng mga tao sa cross? No, we wear it, right? We honor it, we respect it, we regard it. That's why from its ugliness, if I may use that term, from its unworthiness, yung cross, naging worth it siya, naging beautiful siya. Why? Because Jesus made it beautiful when He died on the cross, when He fulfilled the promise of the Old Testament. Right? So, ganun po yung promise ng Lord. He makes all things beautiful. Right? Even your past mistake, it can be made beautiful when the promise of the Lord is revealed. At alam niyo po ba, na ang promises po ng Panginoon sa Old Testament ay nabigyan lang po ng buhay at katotohanan when Jesus died and rose again. Right? Amen. Sabi po sa 2 Corinthians 1:30 or 1:20, all the promises of God find their yes in Jesus. Right? So it was, sabi po sa Biblia, if you believe in Jesus, you will be saved. That Jesus po is our eternal intercessor. Diba? That through Jesus, people can be saved. Matthew 16:24-25, whoever wants to be my disciple must, there are 3 things that we have to do, must deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow me. But whoever loses his life for my sake will earn it. Right? So there is a promise. Me is pertaining to Jesus. So the point here is that it is through Jesus that the covenant of God mentioned in the Old Testament became a reality in the New Testament na tayo po sa ngayon ay atin po nararanasan. Ito po yung atin po. We live by it. We live with it. We live in it. Amen?
Amen.
Amen po. Meron po akong mga cards, no? Na meron pong promises ng Panginoon. I would just like ask Laila and other ushers to distribute it. It is a random promise, no? Hindi ko namin sasadya ibigay yan sa inyo, but it's a random. And I hope that that card will just help you remember at least one promise of God. So what are the four things po na gusto po natin matandaan sa promises of God? Number one is that we live in God's promises. Can you say it with me? We live in God's promises. Do you know the promises of God? Amen. Kapag hindi mo natin alam ang promises of God, read them this. Get a Bible. If you don't have a Bible na hardbound, just go to your smartphone and download yung Bible. And number two is that we grow. If you want to grow, we grow in the promises of God, or by the promises of God, we grow. The third one is that we are being sustained by the promises of God. And number four is that we please God by obeying His promises. Isa po sa mga promises po ng Panginoon ay the Lord. Okay na po? Meron na po? Okay. Siguro limited lang siya. So yung po mga leaders, don't get one. Okay. So basahin niyo pa. I will give you time to read it. And I hope that it will speak po sa inyo. Alright. Nabasa niyo na po ba? Nabasa niyo po. Sige po, lahat po na may hawak, tayo po tayo. O sabi po ni Tita May, if this is for me. Diba? Sige po, lahat po na may hawak, tayo po tayo. Gusto ko po na mag-exchange po kayo doon kung saan gusto niyo ka-exchange. Exchange na po kayo, then sit down. Nakapag-exchange na po kayo? Napalitan niyo na po? Nakapag-exchange card na kayo? Bakit po tayo nag-exchange card? Sige po, gusto niyo po ma-share. Mamaya ma-share. Alam niyo po, bakit po tayo nag-exchange po ng promises? Because the promises of the Lord is made available to everyone. Amen? The promise to Auntie Emmy can work actually well to Laila. Because that is the university of the Lord. The universality of the Lord. Na talagang He speaks to everyone. And He speaks in a language that we understand. Right? So yan, kung na po kayo papapalitin pa, just keep it. And I hope that it will encourage you to at least get one promise a day. Pero one promise a day of the Lord, and then live by it, and then just gamitin niyo na po yun sa inyo po na daily life. Alam niyo po, just a testimony. Di ba po ang testimony, ang sabi po natin, kapag po tayo ay malapit po sa Lord, pag tayo po ay malapit po sa Lord, hinahawakan po niya tayo, yung protection po niya nasa atin. But that is not quite true to everyone. Because even bishop, even pastors, they get temptation, they get tempted, they got into problems, they got into sickness. But sometimes you do not understand. paano po yun nangyari? But we will just hold on to the promise of God that whatever happens, I am your God. Amen. Alam niyo po, this year is a year of, ano po sa akin, accident. Diba po? Gusto ko sabihin, Lord, naman ako, di ba? Parang ganun. Noong April 21 po, nagkaroon po ng lindol sa Pilipinas. I know I shared it to someone na. Ngayon, normally po, umuwi ako ng 4 o'clock. 7 to 4 po kasi ako sa office. But that time, nag-ano po ako sa main building. Nag-stay po ako kasi dahil yung trabaho. So, nag-stay po ako ng about 1 hour. So, past 5 na po ako lumabas. So, I was there 5:11. So, 5:11, na-time out po ako and then, pinagod ko na po yung elevator and I got in. Tapos, bigla nag-shake. And then, tapos ganun. Sabi ko, ay, nako, nasira na naman yung elevator. Sa akin pa natamaan. Tapos, nung narinig ko na, dahil ka sumisigaw. Tapos, steps na, ganyan. Oh no, I think it's an earthquake. Alam niyo po na nalaman ko po na ako lang po mag-isa sa elevator. Sa DFA po, meron po kasi main building, tsaka po merong annex. Sa annex po, dalawa po yung elevator. Sa main po, 6. Imagine, sa 8 na elevators na yun. May isang natrap sa elevator. At ako yun. Lord, bakit naman po ako, di ba? Parang dapat na-spare ka doon kasi di ba Christian ka, dapat spare ka doon eh. Sabi ko, Lord, ba't ako? Alam niyo po kung ano po ang nangyari po sa akin? Napakakalmado ko po talaga. As in like, Lord, I think it's an earthquake. So ginawa ko, lumut po talaga ako. Sabi ko lang po sa Lord, please help me get help. That is the one-liner that I said to the Lord, please help me get help. Tapos, tumayo po ako kasi nakagano po yung elevator eh. So, ginawa ko po, pinress ko po yung emergency call button. Sa emergency call button, tumutunog daw siya, wala pong nasagot. So, kumuha pa ako ng cellphone ko. Yung sa cellphone ko po, alam ko po na nawawalan po talaga ng signal sa loob. Kasi talagang every time you go inside the elevator, the signal talaga goes off. It goes off. So, may signal po ako at full signal. Diba po? Sino po ang makakagawa nun? Wala hindi ba malisikan? Tapos po, biglang may ilaw yung elevator. Nag-function ang emergency light. O, di ba? Napakasaya ng buhay. Tapos, ngayon, nag-text na po ako. Sabi ko, I'm trapped inside the elevator. Ako po kasi yung parang, tuloy po kayo. Sa bawat offices po kasi sa DFA, may mga administrative officers. So yung administrative officers, sila po yung in charge na pag-disseminate po ng information para po dun sa emergency. No? Parang meron kaming doon. Meron kaming standard na gagawin. At alam niyo po ba kung sino yung gagawa na? Ako yung gagawa niya sa office namin. Pero syempre, hindi ko ngayon naisip. So ginawa ko na, nag-Viber na po ako dun sa group namin sa office. Sabi ko, I'm trapped inside the elevator. I'm inside elevator number 3. I think I am between the 3rd floor and 2nd floor. I need help. So, ganun po ginawa ko. Ngayon, may kaibigan po ako na nandun po sa security, intelligence and security unit. Tinawagan ko po siya. Sabi ko, Louie, I'm inside the elevator. Sige, dyan ka lang. Relax ka lang. Don't panic. I am not panicking. Sila po yung nagpapanik. Tapos, nanananan ako sa inside po, the elevator. I just kept on praying. Lord, please get me help. Please help me get help. Feeling ko po, matatrap ako doon ng matagal. Ano po yun? Parang, ano kaya mangyayari sa akin at bakit ako? Anyway po, after 21 minutes, dumating ang help. Imagine ha, 21 minutes. Ngayon, nung nabuksan ko yung elevator, talagang between ako ng 3rd at saka ng 2nd floor. Tapos wala po talaga siyang opening. Kasi wala. So ngayon, yung mga security guards na hanap na nila ako, ang una nilang binigay sa akin ay yung pen light. This is a pen light. Ma'am, this is a pen light. Use this. Huwag mo kayo matawad. Don't worry, may ilaw po dito. Talaga po, may ilaw. Tapos sabi na, kinakausap nila ako kasi ganun pagka-rescue, di ba? You have to keep on talking, and ganyan. Ako na parang, just please hurry up. I'm okay. Huwag po kayo magpapanik. Hindi kayo magpapanik. Okay lang ako. Just release me from here. No? Na talagang iilan lang ako. After 21 minutes po, dumating po yung help. And you know what? Nagkakaroon And the Lord really helped me. Tapos, there is a Christian group in the DFA. So they asked me to write my testimony. So nag-write ako ng testimony ko. So I got photos. Okay, I read your testimony. Ano naman yun, napaka-encouraging naman nun. Kung ako yun, siguro nahimatay na ako, iyak na ako, ganyan. Dito po pala. Paglabas ko po, syempre, no, lahat po ng mga taga-DFA nasa labas na Ross Boulevard. So ako po, syempre, artista ako. Meron po silang parang stretcher, meron po silang ganyan. Tapos, water, ganyan. Tapos, ko na lang, okay. So, sabi niyo po, I just walk normally. Ganyan. So, tapos, yung pumunta po ako dun sa, kasi meron po yung mga, protocol, American Affairs, so, punta po ako sa office. Okay, are you okay? I'm okay. Sir, sabi ko dun sa asa ko, sir, I think starting tomorrow, I really have to leave by 4 o'clock. Tapos, everyone of them laughed. So, sabi nila, nagpatawa pa siya. Pero alam niyo yung promise mo ng Lord talaga na He will really keep you company. The Lord is with you. Right? So yung testimony po na yun ay hindi po natapos ng ilang buwan. Kasi po pagka po nakikita ko sa just sa EO meeting. Parang gano'n, no? Parang sabi ko, this is an opportunity for me to really tell them, well, my God made me calm. Diba po? The promise of the Lord that He will not leave you nor forsake you. And then just before coming here, ako po ay isang na-aksidente ulit. Diba? Sabi ko, Lord, namatay na ako ng kaaway. Bakit kaya? Ano yung magandang plano niyo sa akin? Pero sabi ko, hindi pa ako mamamatay. Nagdadrive po ako. So ngayon, nung nagdadrive po ako daw, okay, syempre, single po ako, so mag-isa lang talaga ako sa So, ganun po ano. Ay, meron ng time po pala yan, meron nung kasama ng pinsan. So, nagdadrive po. Ay, no. No. Sorry, ako lang pala yun. Yung aksidente pa na yun na isa na kasama yung pinsan, nabangga po ako. Pero yung nabangga po ako, ano po kami, alam niyo po yung traffic sa Manila, yung hindi kumikilos. Tapos yung nasa likod mo gustong kumilos. Tapos gumanyan siya, tapos pagka niya kumilos siya. Kaya naka-steal po ako nun, tapos bigla po akong gumana. Sabi ko, ba't ako nabangga? So yun, nabangga po. Pero ito po, just recently, this is really God's hand. No, driving ako, and then, naramdaman ko na lang po na sabi ko, parang may na-flat ako. Siguro po meron akong natamaan po na gutter. So, dito po ako dito sa driver's seat. Ngayon, sabi ko, Lord, I think I'm flat. Pero I don't know how to change tire. And I don't want to disturb this traffic, diba? So, Lord, can you please help me get to the DFA safe? So, nagdadrive po ako, nag-flat po ako, alam ko, flat lang po ako, ganyan. So, driving. Hanggang sa, yung driving ko po, siguro po mga 25 minutes pa po ako, di ba? Tagal pa. Tapos meron po akong highway na dadaanan, tapos Rojas Boulevard, Tubo Park. Grabe, sabi ko, Lord. Tapos ginawa ko, normally, alam niyo po, pagka po ako ay pumapasok, naka-on po ang aking DCAS, 702, tapos nag-music. Imagine mo, kala mo protected ka na, di ba? Na Lord, kilimig na promises ka, kilimig ka sa bahay mo, nalilimig ka. Sabi ko, aksidente ka ba din? Alam niyo po, during that time, I turned off the radio. I prayed na talagang, Lord, I just cast out any accident, anything na mangyayari sa akin. Lord, I still need to go to Madrid. Pero hindi ko sinabi yun. Lord, I still have so many things to do. Lord, please help me. I don't know. Kung hihinto po ako dito, hindi ako marunong magpalit ng tire. No? So, hindi ko talaga po, Lord, alam. But I know that you can help me. So, ano po yung ginawa ko? For 25 or 20 minutes, ganyan. Nasa gate pa lang po ako ng DFA. Mapunta na po ako ng parking. Sabi niya, ma'am, alam ko, flat ako. Hindi, ma'am,